And we're back. We are here at the Silver Lantern Archives, and we are continuing on with Forged by Avernus. Today, our party is hiding out, but as for how they got there and why they're hiding, surprisingly, isn't Faladar's fault this time. But Faladar, why don't you catch us up on what's going on?
Well, last time on the Adventurers Group and the Felon, the Felon, Faladar, finally got out of his 10 days in the stockade. His adventurer's license was revoked, and now he's being followed by a Tabaxi, who I cannot remember his name off the top of my head. What was his name?
Rook.
Oh, yeah, Rook. And I was also told how much Faladar has to repay for the destruction of the elf song of the elf inn. 24,000 gold and a decent amount of change. He's also had his adventure license revoked, so effectively he's more like an outside contractor with the party, as in any money he makes goes towards his ever-increasing debt. Rook is mainly there to make sure I don't light the city on fire, which Faladar would never do after destroying the Elf Song Inn. It is very plausible. But after those 10 days, the group sets off on their next adventure, which is basically continuing to try and deal with the death cult, with the three evil cults in the city.
Dead 3.
And I think, yeah, the Death 3. And I think the current member of the Death 3 we're most closely to is Merkel?
I believe that was meant.
Yeah. We went to go look into a signing of the Merkel cult, and we ran into a little girl who is moderately terrifying and has some connection to the cult we're looking for. Before we can get any real information out of her, we heard something and are now hiding in a factory, I think?
Warehouse.
Or on top of the factory. Oh, in a warehouse. Yeah. There's a lot more detail, but I can't remember the exact specifics in between there. I just kind of pointed to be. So if anyone has any other further details to add, please do.
Anybody else got anything to throw in there?
No.
I will definitely throw in. We did go to a tavern where Briar went downstairs and had a discussion, let's call it, with a seedy sort of character. And then later on, we all went down there and made a deal with that character. I believe the deal was. What was the deal, Briar? Do you remember?
If
Like,
you'll pay,
we got $40,
you
40
paid
gold pieces.
you paid 40 gold pieces instead of the 95. But you are contractually obligated to do a job for him.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But he didn't tell us what the job was.
No.
Okay. Told us to go meet with.
To prove the point, then you'd come back and.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of an important part of the last session, but that's all I have to add.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Faladar almost made that situation worse by threatening because he figured it's a demon. It's never going to honor any deal. It's evil. Showing Faladar's lack of demonology knowledge.
I will point out it looked like a dude. Presumably human. There was a devil sitting on his chair, but he himself looked like a human. But we Blue, go ahead and take your hero point. We are going to go ahead and get started as the party is bunkered down. Outside, there is the sound of movement. But with the girl y'all have with you, she is trying to be as small as physically possible. Party.
I like to try to see who's following us.
You're gonna put your head close enough to look out where you might be seen.
I'd like to try to do it still. Actually, no, I'm gonna wild shape into a mouse.
Alrighty, I believe that's your second wild shape today, so I think you might.
It is. Oh no, I was a cat before. This is
Yeah.
my second of the day.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think this is your last one.
Yeah, that's my last one. I really don't want to get us caught. So, white fluffy mouse.
So you turn into this little bitty mouse. Is any of the rest of the party saying anything?
I'm
About
going
our
to
silence.
I'm going to whisper to the girl. Why are we hiding?
You see she puts a finger to her lips, and you see her eyes are wide and terrified. It is not the best image. She just shakes her head. She doesn't want to uh, say anything. Seems to want you to stay quiet.
Dea will quietly, as she can, unsheathe her great sword.
Ardent wants to use divine sense to see if there's any evil out there making that noise.
You do not. Well, you do pick up on the undead. There's an undead running around outside, but you don't get Fey or Celestial.
Okay. But the undead, well, I don't know where it is, right? But I
You would
assume
pick
it's
up
the
Faye.
skeleton.
Yeah. There definitely be a skeleton running around out there.
But just the da-da-da-da-da, just the one hit, right? Because I would know if there's multiple hits, right?
Yeah, the one.
Okay.
That is going on. Our dear mouse. What are you?
I'm gonna peek out, see what I can see.
You see, it's still pretty dark as you poke your little white head out, looking for anything that you can see. As you do, right as it is happening, you see or you hear something hit the ground hard. Hear it crack against the stone beneath your feet. Look up or down.
I look up.
You see there is an individual standing on the rooftop y'all just left. He is in. Actually, I'm just gonna send you an image so you get to describe it.
Ooh.
But more concerningly is he might have his face covered, but he's looking directly at your mousy ass. He's looking directly at you.
I assume it's the guy in the front.
Yes.
Shit. Um. I'm, I'm gonna scurry into an alleyway.
You're gonna go out the
Oh.
window. You're currently halfway out because you need to make it out of the window.
Oh, I didn't make it out of the window.
You're like on the sill.
I don't want them to get caught. So I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that and scurry out the window.
So you're gonna go down to the alleyway below.
Yes.
You see it is covered in bone shards.
Okay.
That's at
I'm
that
a
point you
white
hear the
mouse.
footsteps on the roof above.
I'm a white mouse. And these are maybe white bones. Can I try to hide in them?
Yeah.
Do I have to make a stealth check?
No.
Oh, okay. Am hide.
You have hidden with.
I'm trying to watch for where this guy went. Like, is he coming down towards me or?
You were going down, so you only heard the footsteps. When you look up again, he's gone.
Shit. I know what feat I'm gonna take next. I'm gonna wait a few paces and see if this guy shows up anywhere.
Does not. Can I get a medicine roll from
Sure.
Briar? As you're looking around trying to do your hidey hide, you're starting to notice all these bone chips seem to look like they came from the same thing. And based on the number, you're looking at maybe the remains of 10 skulls that just all cracked.
Oh, okay. Can I make an active perception check to see if I see this guy?
Yeah. You don't see him.
Okay, I am going to carefully as I can go back into the building.
You're doing so as well. You notice one more thing that had skittered off to the side when the skulls were dropped.
Mhm.
You see the emblem of a flaming fist member. Just like the ones you guys have.
Okay. Can I go over to that instead and see if there's a name on it?
There isn't.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like a standardized or customized thing.
No, it's just a little fist with flames around it. Out of brass. The little pin you put on your shirt.
Alright. Yeah, I'll go back to the party.
Gotcha. You see the girl is now against the wall, her knees pulled up real close to her chest, her hat pulled down low over her face, trying to hide effectively.
Alright. Look out the window, make sure no one's looking, and then I'll revert.
Y'all see the mouse becomes a sheep, and the sheep is a person.
There was a. Pull up the picture again. There was a red hooded figure. Covered in armor. Just pushed about 10 skulls off the rooftop. And there was a flaming fist badge in the middle of them.
Well, if it's anything like anything else we've discovered today, it's probably not the person we're looking for.
Think it's a cultist?
No. Everything we've tried to find that even looks slightly cultish like has turned out to be something wildly different. So, by going by the opposite logic, something that we don't expect to be a cultist will actually be the cultist.
Did we ever get the girl's name? I think we did.
Yek did. Yek, do you remember?
Um, no, but I think it's written down somewhere, so I'm gonna look.
It's Raven. Her name is Raven.
That's what I
Right.
thought.
Ah,
Raven, who was that?
You see she shakes her head.
You don't know.
That doesn't seem to be what she's doing. It's the shake of the head on mm-mm. More of the I'm not talking about that kind of mentality more than the I fucking know. Which would be more of a shrug without you've seen her act. Because this is very different than the nonchalantness she's treated you, a little bit of brattiness she was using before. This is utter terror.
Hey, calm down. We're here to help you.
You can see she's shaking a little bit.
Alright, enough of these fucking games. Daya's going to march right up to her. Necromancer, you talk now. If you have something that you have to say it. Because trust me, as afraid you are of them, you'll be far more afraid of me.
You're not helping, Dea.
I don't care at this point. She's a necromancer.
Galadar silently chuckles.
Look at me.
She currently has. She's still behind her knees, probably looking down towards her. You see her
Hey,
staff
Deo.
is against the wall next to her, but she hasn't made any move for it.
Deo will grab her by the cloak and hoist her up as roughly as possible and try and force her to look at her. I said, look at me.
It immediately rips as you realize how fragile the cloth is, already extremely ripped, as she hits the ground.
Fucking pathetic.
As you
We're
can
not getting
now
anything out of
see,
this.
now that the robes are a mess, just how thin she is.
All right, if that's not going to work, she's actually going to physically grab her by the throat and lift her up.
Briar will try to stop you.
Oh no.
Okay.
What if we have to roll for that?
Well, she's not currently in the mindset to dodge, so with Dea being right there, they are going to manage to get her by the throat pretty easy. What does Briar then do?
Briar's gonna try to separate them,
How?
like as gently as possible, so Raven's neck doesn't get ringed.
I imagine Dea's got a pretty good grip.
Yeah. And she, at this point, is like, the rage is starting to build in her to an extremely hot level. Now listen to me, and listen good. You know that woman out there? The flayed corpse that you left behind? Think of that woman. God forbid she has kids or family who won't be able to actually look at her anymore of the mess that you made of her. You are going to tell us exactly who that was, or so the gods help me, I will split you from groin to scalp. You said that
I
Merkel
step
gives
up.
necromancers a bad name? No. Necromancers give yourselves a bad name. What you do is not magic, it is violation. You desecrate the dead, and you don't even have the common damn decency to make up for it.
I heard somebody else.
Now you are going to speak. Oh, sorry.
I heard somebody else say something.
Finish. No, finish.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that was how she finishes it.
And I step up behind Dea, cast thaumaturgy to make my eyes look like they are on fire, looking straight at the little girl and say, "You will answer her questions, or I will make whatever you're scared of out there seem like paradise."
Alrighty, what's the rest of the party doing while this is going on?
Briar is
Faladar is ready for the descent into violence.
Briar is trying not to shake out of their hooves. They want to calm the situation down, but they don't know how to at this point.
Enough, Dea. It's a little girl. We can get the information without violence. Put her down.
Know this right now. The only reason you are alive right now is because of him, and because of my exceptional patience. And she lets her go and storms off.
Okay. You see she collapses to the ground, just coughing, trying to breathe again.
Can I check her out, make sure she's okay?
I mean, even at a distance, you can see bruising around her neck.
I'll give her. I don't know if she's actually physically hurt, but I'll give her one of my Bomb of the Summer Court heals.
You see, as they do, she shies away from you. Do you have to touch for that to happen?
I don't.
Okay.
But she will get 5 hit points and 5 temporary hit points.
You see, she is not doing well as the pain of the healing starts to take over. She starts to shake. And worse
The
than she was
healing is
before.
hurting her.
Healing always hurts people. It's not a nice feeling. It hurts as your skin knits itself back together. That's just how healing works.
Yeah, fair.
But I need an intimidation check first from Dea with advantage. Earlier, but 19. I don't know. Just that they're dangerous.
You've seen them before.
There's a small nod.
And they come here often.
There's another nod.
When you say they're dangerous, what have you seen them do?
That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of. If you know anything about these people, we need to know.
Shakes her head.
Above table, Briar, did you mention to the rest of the party what you saw outside?
Yes, I did. I said there was a pile of bones, a flaming fist badge, and the hooded figure up on the rooftop.
Do you know where the skeletons came from?
Are you asking her?
Yeah, I'm asking Raven.
She shakes her head. Just get left here.
The same spot every time?
No. Sometimes in the water, sometimes in the wells.
The wells. They're poisoning the water.
Usually not enough for them for that.
Past the point where I can follow. If I get a rest, I can try and track them.
They were Flaming Fist.
One of them, I assume, that was fallen. Or dropped.
You see Rook is currently leaning out the window looking over him. There's 10 badges here.
10?
Indeed.
The skeletons were Flaming Fist?
I had to guess. Looks like a warning to me.
Briar, did you see any of their faces?
No, hooded. Too much of a shadow.
Hey, looking around at the warehouse that we're currently in, what does it look like on the inside?
It's mostly a large empty room. You can see racks against the far wall. However, the boxes have crumbled. Looks like no one's really been in this one in quite a while. A lot of dust on the floor.
Is there any place where the dust is unsettled
Where y'all are?
besides where we all are?
Not that you can see.
No trap doors, no false bottoms. At least not in this one. All right, well, they're gone. We're not getting anything else out of her. I suggest we move on.
What do we do with her?
She can take care of herself. Jack looks at Raven. Do you know how to cast message?
You see, she shakes her head.
Yes or no? Shakes her head.
Jake, no. Otherwise, it would be nod.
Okay.
Briar's going to go through their bag and just take out the remaining of the rations, all 10 of them, and scoot them over to her.
You see, she has shied as much into the corner as she can, far away from Dea and Ardent. I think the other one was Ardent that was speaking, as they can.
Yes.
But yeah, just small pouch tied with a string of yarn. Just place it not directly in front of her because I don't want to scare her even more, but just near her.
Something I will remind the party. According to her, she is not the one that killed the individual that was out in the alley. She had found them
Right.
I understand. What I was gonna say. As for Dea, it's just simply the act of actually desecrating the dead that pisses her off so much.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind since it's been a couple. So what will the party do? Raven is completely in the corner looking like a beaten dog. Her staff still against the wall where she set it when y'all first came through, so it's closer to the window. Still no sign of the skeleton.
Do you know
Any
where
recommendations, Rook?
I'm going to ask her some more questions.
I had two voices. I think I heard Blue, and then I'll get back to Yak, because Blue hasn't said anything for a while.
Look over to Rook. Any recommendations?
It's your party. I'm just here to stop you from getting into too much trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, and here I thought the Avengers Society sent us free help.
They
You
sent
remember,
us a
he's
free
a flaming
babysitter.
fist, not a Adventure Society.
Yeah,
They sent
Faladar
us
sees
a
them as the same thing.
free babysitter.
All right. Well,
I'm going to ask the girl, do you know where those people came from?
She shakes her head.
The hooded people.
You know there's only one person.
Oh, it's only one.
Only one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't understand that part. You've seen that person before?
There's the smallest nod.
How often do you see that person?
More and more lately.
Might be the person we're looking for.
Ardent asks Raven, where else have you seen them?
Warehouse district. Lower slums. Near the docks.
While I hate to leave the evil of necromancy untouched, we have a greater evil we are going after. I say we try to find it. Does anyone have the ability to track?
Out of
I
character,
do.
I would like to point out necromancy is not illegal.
Not
Or
illegal,
banned.
no. Not illegal, however, for some characters it is viewed as immoral.
Yeah, no, that I agree. I'm just making sure y'all know
Yep.
by the law.
That's it's not a law thing for Ardent.
Gotcha.
Um,
Is there any way? Did you say, Briar, you could track the
I'd
person?
need a little bit of time. Maybe an hour.
No.
Well, if they're trying to kill Flaming Fists and they're sending a message, maybe one of us has to be bait.
The sheep blinks.
I'll go out.
You are not as easy bait. I don't know if they'll go after you.
Well, if they're wanting to send a message that they can get anybody they want and nobody can stop them, who better to go after?
I can go.
Not alone.
Then what's the point of the bait?
It's just that
I'm an easy grab. And I can get away if I need to.
Anybody else? Have anything? Have any ideas?
You see Briar Patches on the other side of the room, trying to get a good look at the young girl as y'all are talking. Rook, on the other hand, is still near the window. He's got an ear out, listening.
Nobody?
Should we go up back on the roof and check and see if there's anything left behind that may give us a clue?
Yeah, suppose we can start there. Say, Dea will head up to the roof.
Ardent goes with.
Okay. What of the other three members of the party?
Well, I suppose we're probably gonna have to wait until night to do the bait thing.
It is night.
Oh. Well then, Briar's going to make sure their badge is on display.
Gotcha.
Push some of the fluff out of the way. And they're going to clock where the party is?
Two of them are
Wander off
crawling
a
out the
little.
window. And you're going down the alley?
Yes.
Okay. What of Yek and Faladar?
Yek will stay with Raven for a little bit, just to calm her down.
I don't think that's the thing that's going to happen today.
Alright, just to make her feel a little safer.
Alrighty. What a Faladar. Blue.
You are muted, Blue.
Probably dealing with something. Alright. So, Faladar's effectively staying put. Yek. Briar is going off into the alleys. And Ardent and Dea are going on to the next floor. As Ardent, the two, you and Dea, get up on to the rooftops, you don't see anything out of place, anything other than the marks that came from the takedown of Raven.
Okay, no other broken tiles or anything of that nature.
That you notice, no.
Alright, I'm gonna walk along the rooftops and keep Briar in view as she's on the alley below. And sort of walk along the same direction.
I'll
While
keep
keeping
pace a little bit distant, and I'll keep my eyes up, trying to see if I see anyone that matches the description Briar gave us.
Or so
And I'll mention to Dea. Oh, go ahead.
Are you in the alley behind Briar or up on the rooftops with Dea?
I'm up on the rooftop with Dea. Arden is.
And you're looking up where?
I'm looking out from
okay.
the vantage of the rooftop to see if I can see anyone that matches that description.
Alrighty, I misunderstood. How far are you going to be going, Briar?
Me? I want to make sure I'm still in sight so they can follow me if I get yanked. So maybe a few blocks away, and since they're on the roof, it'll be easier to see me.
Oh, right. I mean, and how far away are you going from the warehouse?
Oh,
Because you
the
have
warehouse?
Dea and Arden.
Oh, they're following me.
Yeah.
How far back are they following me?
I would say we're keeping about trying to keep as on pace with you as possible, but also just trying to be sneaky as possible on the rooftop itself, stepping lightly.
Okay, then we'll go a few blocks, still staying in the warehouses.
Alrighty. For the most part, it stays surprisingly quiet. Nothing really going on. You can hear people moving in the way distance, as it's probably coming from more residential. But here in the warehouse district, it is very quiet.
Yek will, I'm gonna cast message to Briar. Briar, where are you? What's going on?
I don't think message goes that far.
Oh, shoot.
I think message
What's
only
the-
goes like 100 feet.
Oh, okay.
I'll
sorry.
double check message. I just know message is incredibly
Oh, so
short
it's 120. I think it's 120.
range.
I would have communicated what I was doing before I left.
Okay. I'll just wait with the girl then.
After it keeps remaining quiet. Do y'all change it up at all? Continue on? Retreat back?
Briar's gonna continue on. Just not look so like they're looking around, like trying to remain unawares. Because you're not gonna go after a mark that's looking around.
I get perception checks from the two that are following. Alrighty. Arden. You start to see things moving around just out of the corners of your.
Are they in the shadows down in the alleyway, like near and around Briar, or up kind of rooftop area where Day and I are? Oh, all around. Yeah.
Hmm.
There are things surrounding us and Briar in the shadows. I'd say fairly quietly, trying not to let the whoever these things are hear me.
They
Is it just a hint of motion is all I'm getting?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll casually try to move towards whatever bit I see that's closer to me. Not really trying to be obvious that I'm going after something, just kind of making my way over that way.
As you do, you see one of the shadows in the alley near Briar suddenly shoot off towards the docks. This one's not the fleeting one. You get a distinct vision. You can see something move. It's in the shadows, so it's hard, but you definitely see it move, and it's moving towards the dock, and it's moving fast.
And it's closer to Briar.
It's down in the alleys.
I'll go ahead and shout out to Briar. Briar, movement, and I direct her to see where it is, whichever direction it is around her.
Briar, up ahead, you can see it flitting down an alley away from you.
I'm gonna try to follow.
Okay. You're dashing after it. What of Dea and Arden?
I will also dash after. If I need to find my way down off the rooftop to do so, I'll
Hey, you can just hop down. It's not
look
too
around
bad.
and find a way. Okay.
Dea, you hopping down as well?
No, she will continue running along the rooftop and try and parkour her way in keeping the fast-moving presence in sight.
Roll me
And
acrobatics.
like as she's doing so, she's like letting the the memory of like the stuff that happened earlier fuel her and get her ready to go into reach.
Managing to do relatively well. As y'all are rushing, chasing this flitting shadow, which y'all are keeping a good appraisal on. You're having trouble seeing what it is, as it's keeping to the shadow and in the dark of the alleys. It's very hard to see it. It seems to be a humanoid figure, but it's making its way toward the edge of the dock, going further and further southwest. It takes y'all a good long while before y'all finally hit the docks itself, and when y'all rush out of the alleyways, shadowy figure is gone.
They Deo will use her grappling hook and sort of fly down the building side with her rope to the ground level finally. And gonna look for possible hiding spots or like we're at the docks themselves proper right now, correct?
Yes, you're at the edge of the dock. They're a good ways away from the edge of the not the water. The walls, you're like on the wooden planks above the water.
This is where they found that body.
No, you're way off to the side.
Oh.
It's the same kind of area, it's just that area is way down to the right on the other side of the dock.
Are there any sewage pipes or anything, any of the sewer systems that lead out into this particular area of Baldur's Gate?
Not that you can see. You don't see any manhole covers, you don't see any sewer pipes. The piping's probably there somewhere, but you don't see any open grates, anything accessible.
Well, this was a giant waste of time.
Briar's gonna go over to the docks and look um under them, see if there's anything, any like little doorway or anything.
As you lean over the sides, you don't see anything there either.
I should have pretended I didn't see them.
No, it's okay.
They weren't coming after you anyway.
Yeah.
I guess when all other leads fail, we go back to what we came to this area to do in the first place.
Yeah, let's try and find that damn door.
As y'all begin to make y'all back, we're going to switch back over to Yek. Yek, how are you doing? Is Faladar back yet?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
As y'all are still in the room, the girl is still absolutely cowering in the corner. What are you two up? The sounds of the rest of your party slowly fading away.
So what are we gonna do with this thing?
What thing?
I point to the girl.
That's a person.
So what are we gonna do with it? Do we
With
need
her?
to feed it? Do we need to feed it? Do we need to water it?
Briar already fed her.
Oh,
I think
all
she'll
right.
be fine.
Okay.
I think we should look for our rest of our members.
All right. Hey, Rook, can you watch the little one, or do you have to keep an eye on me?
I have to keep an eye. You see, he suddenly stops talking and starts looking around. You see both cats' ears perk up.
I grab my instrument and say, I think something's coming.
It's at that point y'all see the shadows around y'all shift. I have to pull y'all onto a map.
Oh, balls.
We failed. The bait failed.
As y'all see the shadows themselves step up to face the party.
Oh,
You
Shadow
see
Beast.
purple
How fun.
flames cover every window and doorway out. You see she immediately starts crawling away from them, but we're going into combat.
I mean, I love combat. Why am I not there?
I thought I was going to miss out on combat.
So let us get in.
Yes.
He's crawling away. First one to be able to react is Yak.
Okay, let me just see what I see. So I'm basically surrounded at this point.
Yep. Entrances are covered in purple fire.
Let me see what I can cast real quick. Okay, I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at the one. Let's see if I can do this. That one.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. I was able to do it. Okay, and then I would like to use Portend to assign a 16 to the roll.
That is going to hit.
Okay, and then I just roll damage.
Yep.
Sorry, 1 second. I have to pull up my character sheet again.
Are going to do a total of 2 damage, which doesn't seem to do as much as you were hoping, as it goes down to 1.
All right, and then that's my action. So I'm going to also use my movement. 10, 15. All right, I'll move right here. And then I don't think I have a bonus action. That'll be my turn.
Yeah? I realize there's people on the map that don't need to be on the map. Alrighty. That is going to bring us to this guy who is immediately going to flit forward, intent to grab at y'all. Going to grab at him. That is going to be a 21 to hit. Our cat friend is going to take 8 product damage. Oh, please. No, you do not. 8 is also going to take 2 points of strength damage. As you see energy get ripped away from Rook. Bring us to Valis. Not Valis. Briar Patch. Briar Patch is immediately going to drop a Blessed Dawn, throwing it down on Rook, Faladar, and Yek. Each of y'all have the equivalent of a Bless spell.
Nice. What is that, 1d4 onto your attack rolls and stuff?
And saving throws, yes.
Saving throws, yeah.
Valis is going to stay his ground. Brings us to this guy who's going to charge Rook from behind. That is a 16 up to an 18 due to flanking. That's going to hit Rook. Rook's going to take 10 necrotic, 3 strength drain. Rook's not looking too good. This one's going to go for Valis. Thank God. Okay. Oh, it's going to be 12 against Valis. Actually, I think he is going to take a strength drain. Alrighty. Faladar, what are you up to?
Okay. Faladar is looking at the situation. He's restraining the use of shatter at this moment because he doesn't want to deal with any more debt. So let's see. All right. Just to see if this works, I'm going to use my free cast of Hex on this guy over here.
Gotcha.
And for my action, I'm going to use Vicious Mockery on this thing over here, see if it works.
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll. It is going to fail. We'll take 4 psychic damage. Disadvantage on its next attack.
He says he plays his lute. Excellent. And with that, Veladar is going to fall back over here and end his turn.
Gotcha. That brings us to this guy. Gonna come through this, moving under it as a shade, and it is going to attempt to grab this woman. They're gonna hit because she's ready for it. To take 10 damage. Take 3 strength drain. That. There we go. Ready. Because they're gonna be taking a bit of a beating. This one is going to charge this one and go after Faladar. Faladar, that is a 16.
That hits.
That is going to be 9 necrotic damage and a 1 strength damage.
All right, that puts me down to 8.
Bring us to Rook, who is going to flip out his blade and take a slash at the south of him. First thing he is attempt an insight against the one to the south. Going for the staff, not him. He is going to succeed against him, so he can't do that. So he's going to attack with his dagger, trying to move as quick as he can. Is going to manage to hit it, dishing out 9 total damage. Actually, he's got a D4 on there, but he's fine. He's going to get a good slash in onto the one to the south of him. Brings us to this one, however. This one's coming for Yek. Grab, it's got disadvantage. It's going to be a 9. I think that misses Yek. I would hope so.
Yeah.
She is unarmed and is going to try to keep going this way. Trying to get away. She's going to disengage, but she's kind of surrounded at this point. So she's just kind of stuck. Yek.
All right, so technical question. Can I pull out my crossbow and shoot the one here?
Yes, but you will be at disadvantage because of the one behind you.
The one behind me. Okay.
because you are in melee combat.
I see. Disadvantage. I'm gonna do it anyway. Why not? Do it. So shoot with disadvantage. Oops. 4.
That is going to be a 6 as it shifts around, the arrow going straight through where its heart should be, but it shifts in an unnatural way, the arrow streaking through and hitting the wall behind it.
Okay. For my bonus action, I'm just gonna keep Witch Bolt going.
Okay, what does that do?
That's another D12.
Which bolt is an action to activate?
It's a bonus action to keep going. I'm pretty sure. Let me.
Each time you hit on each of your turns, you can use your action to deal automatically. Yeah, it's your action, not a bonus.
Oh, I guess they changed it in 20. I read it, the
Mhm.
more modern version. Okay. If I would have known that, I would have never shot the crossbow. But that's okay. That'll be my turn, I guess.
Also, you are concentrating, so we have to put that on.
Oh, how did I do that?
I already put it on there.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
No, I don't. Is it over? Like, is Witch Bolt gone now?
No, you still have it. As long as you have keep
Okay.
demonstration, you have it up.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
And who did you hit with that? That was this guy over here.
This one got hit with Witch Bolt.
The mark his witch boltiness. Alrighty, anything else from Yak?
Nope, that's my turn.
Alrighty, that's going to bring us to this shadow, who's going to keep trying to beat on Rook. Rook's having a bad day. 14. Rook's going to manage to dodge that one. Phallus is going to attempt to throw down. He's going to try to withering mark one next to Yek. Go for a constitution save. They're going to succeed. So then they're going to throw a healing ward down on Rook. Bring us this guy. He's going for Rook. Gonna miss. Going for Phallus. 14. That's gonna miss, which brings us to Valadar.
Okay. Okay, Rook is about to go. I'm currently surrounded. Everyone's currently surrounded, but Rook is in trouble, so I'm going to yell to Rook. Rook, move away from there now. I'm going to hit that area and hold my action to cast Shatter once Rook leaves the 20 feet of this area.
Do note that will hit pillars that are holding everything up, depending on where you put it, which will bring the ceiling down on.
Why are these buildings so
God
fucking
damn
weak?
it.
Because you're
I
hitting
wish
the
you hadn't-
support pillars.
I wish you hadn't said anything. That would have been fucking funny.
That's what Rook's there. He's the one telling Valadar. That is actually what Rook's supposed to do.
Yeah, I've got a feeling if my handler dies on one of my jobs and it looks like it was my fault, that I'm gonna get not only is my fine gonna get bigger, I'm gonna get super arrested again.
I don't think they'd let you out of jail if your handler dies.
Look, we've already got the city pissed at us. We don't need the guards legitimately pissed at us. Okay, all right, change of plans then. Crap, do I have any combat spells that aren't Shatter?
But hey, if you hit the 2 to your right, you won't hit pillars.
Yeah, problem is they're currently surrounding my allies.
You want to shatter, you can.
I say we got pillar is there and there. I suppose if you.
It's 20-foot radius.
Throw it
Okay.
down there. You're just
You're gonna hit
barely
that
gonna
pillar.
nick that. That one's just out of the way. You're gonna catch the edge of it, but it won't immediately come down, but it is gonna weaken it.
Yeah, I'll cast here. That shatters my only combat spell.
Gotcha. Now to roll to see. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
If anybody
the only other
fucks
thing I
with
have
it
is
anymore, it's definitely gonna fall, but it won't fall immediately.
the only other thing I have is heat metal, but that doesn't work on these things, unfortunately.
Correct. Alrighty, I think it's a con save. Yeah, con save. That is a 16 and 11. The one in front of you is gonna save, take half damage. That's thunder damage. How do you do with thunder? Thunder damage. So the one in front of you is only gonna take 3. Over here is gonna fail. Go down to.
Dang. All right, that's all Faladar can do. He ends his turn.
Gotcha. That brings us to this shadow who's going over here and trying to touch Yek. Because Yek did a thing, so that is going to be an 11 that misses. This guy's going to try to touch Faladar. That's going to be a crit.
Ugh.
All right.
Can I use my reaction to do silvery bars?
You may.
And I'll do that on that crit.
Turns into a 21.
That still hits.
But it's not a crit. So instead of the 11 damage he would have done with the crit, he does 12. Okay.
And then I would like to give advantage to Rook.
Gotcha.
I love how the regular damage did more than the crit damage.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, really?
And I lose a strength.
Yeah, you're going to lose 2 strength points.
Okay, that puts me down to 6.
Yeah?
It's my lowest stat, so I can keep track, so I don't need that thing for it.
I can't put it on the NPC's tokens, so it's harder. That brings us to Rook, as you aren't doing that anymore. But Rook is going to bonus action disengage this way. He is going to scoop up the staff, and he's going to yeet it this way. That's what he's up to. As it's now over by the necromancer, hoping she can help. That's going to bring us this guy who's going for Yek. That is going to be a 23. Yek, you were going to take 9 necrotic and 2 strength drain.
Okay.
I also need a constitution save for your concentration.
Oh,
It's
and the spell description says if I take a different action, then the spell ends.
Oh, then
And I
yes, it would have
shot my crossbow, so I think the spell already ended. But I took, I'm sorry, 9 damage?
Yes, 9 necrotic.
Okay.
And you took 2 strength drain.
Is it possible for me to, no, it's too late, to assign portend die to that roll? It's got to be said before the roll, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the way you do strength drain is if you go to the cog here on your sheet, you see this middle bubble?
Yes.
At the top where it says strength plus, if you put a -2 in there, it will do that strength damage without affecting your normal one, so you can always remember what you actually had.
Okay.
So now when you want to set it back to normal, you'll just remove that modifier. So,
Okay.
thumbs up.
That was under, the settings. Okay, I see. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
That will bring us to her. She is going to pick her staff up. And she is going to whip it around and attempt to blast this guy to Kingdom Come. She's going to get a 15, dishing out 10 necrotic damage. How do these guys deal with They are immune to necrotic, unfortunately for her. Bring us to Yak. Gonna go for the guy next to you? Did I lose my audio?
You're muted, Yak. No, Yak's muted.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna, yeah, it's the one that this one. The same one that I casted Wishbolt on.
What are you doing to him?
I'm gonna cast Mind Spike.
Gotcha. Good shot.
Uh,
The
and
save.
that was yeah, it's a saving throw. Wisdom.
Wisdom
Double
save.
check.
That might be it.
Hold on.
It's wisdom. That is going to be a crit fail from him.
Okay, cool.
Roll me 3d8.
Sure.
Be 15 damage, which is going to destroy them outright. Valadar, aren't you holding up Hex?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't focus on concentrating on it though. I probably would have lost concentration by now though.
Just a heads up, if you don't roll a concentration, if you're holding it, you will lose it automatically if we figure out later that you make sure you're rolling your constitution saves.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did hit the guy who was hexed, so there's no worries.
He's also dead, so anything else from you?
Yeah.
As the shadows rip themselves apart.
All right. No, I turn around and that's it. That's my turn. I'm just gonna face the one that's on the other side of me.
This one's gonna go for Rook. Gonna hit Rook. Rook's not having a good day. He's gonna take an additional 10 damage, another -2 to his strength.
Oh, can I silvery barbs? It's a new round.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to silvery barbs that attack on Rook.
Pretty. That's 17. It's still gonna make it through.
I'll give the advantage to Valus.
Valus. Do note Valus hasn't used any offensive attacks. If you want to give advantage to somebody that might actually use it.
I'll give it to Faladar. Or wait, Faladar.
Don't give it to me. Give it to Rook.
Rook still has his. Because he didn't use it last
I'll
time.
give it to myself. I'll give it to myself.
Yeah, there you go. I just wanted to make sure you give it to somebody that can actually use it.
I'll give it to myself.
Okay. Rook is not looking good as he is a -7 to his strength right now. How wrong are you? You still standing? Oh, Rook's barely able to lift his blade. He's not doing well. That's going to bring us to Valus. Valus is... Oh, Valus, what are you going to do? Valus. Briar Patch. I have the wrong name under him.
Yeah, I thought that, but I was gonna say anything.
He is going to go for another Withering Mark, aiming for the one in front of Rook this time. I mean, even if you were, you'll be way out of range, which is what they were waiting for. He's going to save again, so he's going to go for another thing. 7. He's going to put that on him. Shadow's going to come here. They want to touch Faladar. That is a 13. I think that misses. Nope, that hits Faladar on the dot.
Yeah, that hits.
10 necrotic. And
Ow.
a -2 to strength.
Okay.
Hit a 4.
Yes, I am.
This one's going to go for Valus. 22. Valus is going to take a nat hit. 2 to your strength score. Faladar.
Crap. All right. Okay, I need my handler not to die, so I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on this guy.
Gotcha. That is a wisdom save, I believe.
Let me
And
double
that's
check.
going to fail.
Actually, wait, no, fuck, wait, no, I don't have Dissonant Whispers. I can't use that spell. Never mind.
Okay, fair.
Wrong build. Okay. I'll just cast Vicious Mockery on him then.
How vicious. Going to fail. He's going to take 3 psychic at disadvantage. Which one are you doing? The one next to you, yeah? Okay. He has
His
disadvantage
main
on the
focus was
strike.
his handler not dying.
Yeah, that is going to bring us to this shadow who's going for you. That's an 11. That's going to miss. Rook is going to lash out with his blade again. Got advantage now that he's finally attacking. Advantage is going to be the reason he hits. Is also stacking a booming blade on that. Helps all that. He is going to do with 8 damage as he is going to destroy that one outright. Then he is going to use his bonus action to offhand. No, you've used boost. That's going to bring us this shadow who's going for Yek. A 16 against Yek. You're going to take
Nice.
10 damage and a -2 to your strength again.
Okay.
Bring us to her. She is going to spin her staff again and take another shot using a different variation of the spell she used before. But she's going to hit the one right behind you, Yek. This one is going to do force damage as she is going to blast it apart as it tries to dive in at you again. Yek!
Okay. I look around and try to assess quickly which. This one's been damaged.
Oh, they've both
Has
been
this-
damaged. That one down
What
there
about
has
this?
not.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mind Spike on this one down here.
Gotcha.
It's a Wisdom saving throw, and I would like to assign an 11 with Portend to the roll.
Gotcha. That's going to mean it fails. I think that's both of your portents.
That is. But I can roll. Go ahead and roll damage.
$18 damage. That's going to kill that one outright. Leaving just the 2 around Rook and Faladar.
Okay. I'm going to move 5. I'll go here, and that's my turn.
Bring us to Valis. Valis is going to yet again try to mark one of these bastards. There's a crit fail. They have been withering marked. Put that on you. They are going to use their bonus action. They are going to drop a healing ward on Faladar for 7 healing to Faladar.
Thank
The
you.
Shadow, who's going after Rook. That's going to be an 18. That's going to hit Rook. Going to do 3 strength drain. Not looking good at all, as Rook can't even stand at this point. Oop, I skipped Faladar. Faladar, it's your turn.
All right, I'll cast Vicious Mockery on this guy again.
Go. Going to be barely going to succeed.
All right, that's Faldar's turn.
Bring us to this shadow, who is going to attempt to attack Faladar. That is going to be a 23. It would be 11 necrotic, but it is going to go down to... It gets halved, so it goes down to 5. You're also going to take 1 strength point. It is going to take 3 points of radiant damage from the withering mark put on it by Valis. Rook's not doing good.
6?
Hmm?
Wouldn't it be 6?
No, 11 halved is 5 because it rolls down. Damage always rolls down when you halve it.
Well, I was. Never mind. I was thinking of something else.
Did I forget something?
I was just thinking of Baldur's Gate because, like, you always hit shadows with radiant, and it.
Oh, you're talking about the damage it did. Yes, it is actually. You are correct. I was doing the wrong thing, so that is an additional 3 damage. I thought you meant halved what Faladar took. Yes, that is 6 damage. Rook is barely able to lift his blade as he is going to attempt a shot. Had a sneak attack on that last one. I forgot to give it to you. It is a 10. He is going to miss. He is not doing well. Bring us to her. She's still got her staff. She's going to take a blast. She is going to manage another hit. Going to do 13 force damage. Blasting that shadow apart as well. Bringing us to Yak. Yak, there's only one left. Rook's pretty much on the ground.
I'm gonna. The only thing I have left is Mind Sliver.
Gotcha.
I think it's a saving throw.
An in saving throw.
Okay, yeah.
The 5, it's going to fail.
1d6.
We not make a thing for you.
Not
I just
sure.
sworn I remember making one. Yeah, there's one right there.
Making a what?
There's an attack
Give
for
me
it.
the damage.
That is going to be 4, and he has a -1 to his next save. Anything else from Yak?
I'm gonna move. 10, 15, 20. You can't move through a square of your ally?
You can, it just costs extra movement. You can't move through enemy squares.
Okay, I was just gonna stay right here.
Gotcha. That's going to bring us to Valis. Valis is coming up this way. Valis is going to try to put another mark down. They're going to succeed on it. Another ward. Another 7 to Faladar. Shadow. They are going to swing on Rook, trying to bring him to death. They are going to crit fail because of the Vicious Mockery, bringing us to Faladar.
Alright, there's mockery again.
Gotcha. That is going to be a 3. Down to a 2 due to the save. Do me some damage.
Yeah, 1.
Damage. Rook is going to try another shot of his own. Or is that it for you?
That's it.
Take a slash. He's disadvantaged. He's not doing well. That brings us to her. She's coming this way. Take a shot of her own. Shoot. 12. Which is going to hit for 7 force. It's still alive. Yak! Get it.
It's still alive?
Yep, still alive.
Mind Sliver one more time.
Gotcha.
The intelligence save.
9, it's going to fail, and that's going to kill it. You do at least 1 damage. That brings us out of combat. You see Rook is on the ground, not able to pull enough strength to push himself really off. He collapses completely as Valis runs over and attempts to start tending to him. You'll hear Raven collapse on the other side as well.
Baladar falls on his ass too. He's lost almost all his strength as well.
Yeah, you've got a 4. Rook has a 1.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I've got a 3.
Oh, yeah, you took another hit after that.
Yeah, really should have said we were running back.
I imagine y'all are still making tracks. Y'all are way out of way. That entire thing took less than a minute.
But they have heard the thunderous explosion of my chatter.
Not with how far they were.
Fair enough.
So, Yek, Faladar, what are y'all doing? Y'all can see a briar patch. I'm going to change this list. I'll cost them the wrong name.
Ow. Okay. It's official. Shades suck a lot. Baladar groans.
Jack's gonna check the windows. Are they still barred, or
You see,
it was
after
like
the shades disappear, the flames have disappeared as well.
okay? Which window did my allies go out of when they went to? Was it this one right here?
It would have been this one over here where Brooke initially was.
Oh, okay. I'll go out and check the alley and see if there's anything out there.
You see nothing.
Hey, Rain, I've got a message saying something. You need to check your Discord message or something.
Oh! Um... Um... Okay. I need to take 5. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Hey, y'all, for those listening in, there has been a circumstance that means I have to go now, and we're going to have to end it here. I apologize for the short session. See y'all later.